Hey everybody, so I just wanted to make a video or a string of videos. It'll be just to let you all follow my journey with adult braces. I recently got my braces put on March 1st, so it's been about 5 weeks now. And so far I've had a great experience, but just in case, maybe you wanted to get adult braces in your future or just see the journey of closing this gap, I'm going to be uploading videos every about 6 weeks just to show you all progress after I get my tightenings and everything. So far, I've only had one appointment, which was yesterday, and that was supposed to be where we went through the process of closing, but it didn't work out because they said that my wire still has some straightening to do, I guess. And so I will be going back in 3 weeks to get my tightening done, so that I guess to start closing my gap. So just to start from the beginning, I went through GSOsmiles, which is Georgia School of Orthodontics Smiles. And it's basically just a school. The dentists have gone through school to be a dentist after their 8 years, and they do 3 more years to be an orthodontist. And this is like their internship or whatever. And they pick the top students in the class, or in the school, and then they send them over to work in this office. And your whole case is followed by a experienced orthodontist. And like the orthodontist that oversees my case, he's been an orthodontist for over 30 years, so they're pretty well experienced, and they look at everything that the student does from start to finish. Before they're done, they have to check everything, make sure everything looks good. Before they start, they go over what they're about to do, and so they're very thorough. So it's been a pretty great experience, and a benefit with them that I got, or well, that everybody gets, is you get about 20% less than, or you pay about 20% less than you would at a normal orthodontic office. And so for me, I generally get a quote of usually about 55 to 5,500 to 6,500, and here I got the quote for 3,100, which is possibly a little bit more than some people would have to pay. The reason mine is I got the ceramic for one, which is the clear braces, if you can see that. And then that's an additional 300 to your quote. And then I got, and then I'm getting a TAD put in, which is it's used for extracted teeth, for spaces. Like, I got my tooth here extracted about a year ago, and I was just gonna have a tooth put in there, but the orthodontist that goes over your initial that does your initial exam to make sure you're a good candidate for braces and everything, he offered me the option of something called TADS, and it's able to close it, so I'm not going to have to get an implant, which of course is extremely expensive just for, getting that put in. And so it's like a little screw. He showed me a video and everything of what it looks like and how that's performed. So it's just like a little screw, it seems, that goes through your gum, and then it hooks onto one of the brackets and just pulls them all together. And so they said the only, I guess, negative of that is that it takes a little bit longer with your braces on, which was fine with me. And they quoted me about 26 months. I believe that I'll have them 26 or 28 months that I'm going to have them on, which I had already planned for it to be around a 2-year process anyway. Which my teeth they're not crooked or anything. They're just more spaced out. And then my center gap here was my main concern. So right now, all they did was put my top braces on, And she said that my bottom don't need as much work because they're just basically going to be coming together. And so the top is what I have right now. So with just getting the top, it's not so painful. Like, my first week wasn't bad at all. And I know a lot of people experience a lot of pain with eating and, you know, just everyday life. There's a lot of soreness, but I didn't experience that so much. I just felt a lot of pressure. And when I ate, you know, I ate softer foods, and then if I did eat meats or anything like that, I would rip it up, put it to the back of my teeth and eat it like that, and it worked out fine for me. So I didn't have much of an issue, but I don't doubt that when you get your top and bottom done that it could be a little bit more painful because you have the pressure on both sides. So I will be getting the bottom braces, I believe, in a couple months, as well as the TAD that they're going to put in. And so I will upload a video, of course, when I get those done. And so with my first appointment, that was just their initial exam, make sure you're a good candidate. After that, he told me that it would be best for me to get a cleaning before you get your braces on, just so that your teeth are extra clean. You don't have, you know, buildup or anything like that on your teeth. And so I got my cleaning done. I made my appointment the next day for my molds and everything that they do, which is like a 3D mold that they just put this little tool in your mouth and do, you know, get the mold of your teeth instead of having to put the gummy stuff that a lot of people say it makes them want to gag. They don't do that. They just do the 3D, which you get to see, you know, them doing and the mold that they actually end up doing. So it's pretty cool. But I did that, and then they take pictures, you know, front, side, profile, smiling, not smiling. And then my next visit was 2 weeks later. And during that 2 weeks, they said that they have like a meeting, a big board meeting with the students and the orthodontists that are overseeing all the cases. They go through different plans that you can have. If maybe you could get Invisalign, if ceramic braces are an option, or if you're just going to get the traditional braces. And they make up a whole plan for you to decide which one you want, which I had already decided on ceramic, just because it's, you know, it's not so noticeable. And so I came back 2 weeks later, March 1st, and they went ahead and put everything on, and it was no pain at all. I did feel the pressure when she was doing the rubber or the bands around the brackets, but it's really just pressure. Doesn't really make a difference. You know, you can barely feel a difference at first, and then I know the soreness comes more towards later that night, which a couple of my friends that did have braces said that they took Tylenol just to help with, you know, the pain. I personally didn't have to take anything, so I was a lucky one. But this is what I got when I was there, a little package that they gave from GUM, and in it has some mouth rinse for, you know, if you do have soreness in your mouth. Also a couple of these packs. It's just wax if you want to put that, you just ball it up, put it in the back of, or like if your wire is poking you, or if you have any brackets that are bothering you, just use that to relieve some pain. And then I got these flossers, which are like this, if you can see that. And you just basically tie your floss onto the bottom of this and thread it through and do your thing. But I don't actually use anything in this packet except the toothbrush that they gave me. But I don't use, oh, actually, I got this thing. It's a Proxa brush. I honestly have no idea how this is used. I read the directions and everything, and I just can't fit it through my teeth. So I don't know. I don't use any of that. But I do use these things called Orthopicks that I got from Walmart. They're like $3 or $4. I forgot to bring one, but I'll show you guys next video. But they're just like the pick flossers that people use on normal teeth. It's just made specially for braces, so it can fit under your wires, so it, you know, doesn't snap it. If it's one of the regular flossers, of course it'll be too big to fit up under there, and you'll end up breaking a bracket, or not a bracket, the wire. So I use Orthopicks to floss every time I eat, because you'll get a lot of food stuck up in there. And then also brushing is very important. You find yourself brushing more than ever, because anytime you eat something, you think, you know, there's a little something on your teeth, which makes you a little self-conscious about it. So I definitely carry my toothbrush and my floss with me, or my Orthopicks with me all the time, especially if I know I'm going to go eat. But that's been it so far. If you have any questions, if I didn't cover something, please let me know. I think I got everything. But like I said, I'll be recording about every 4 to 6 weeks is when my appointments will be, just so you guys can see, you know, what's changing, what's going on. And my next appointment will be in 3 weeks, so I will be uploading then to let you guys know how that went and if there's any changes. All right, thanks for watching. See you guys in 3 weeks. Bye.
Myself, I swear, you don't need nobody else, I swear. I want to order myself because I'm selfish, yeah.